For months, we've listened as pundits and leaders try to guess the political impact of Donald Trump's multiple indictments. Well, indictments seemingly have bolstered him thus far, at least among Republicans. And if Fani Willis is next to charge him, it may only amplify his campaign even more. In 2016, Trump drew thousands to rallies all across the country. Last week was pretty extraordinary, though. He brought in an estimated 50,000 supporters to a tiny town in South Carolina, Pickens, where the population is just over 3,000 people. He drew a crowd 20 times that number. This was a striking contrast to who is thought to be his biggest political rival at the moment, Governor Ron DeSantis, who held an event in that same state last week. DeSantis only bringing in enough enthusiasm to fill a local activity center in North Augusta in South Carolina. In 2016, Trump won the state with over 30% during a very crowded primary season. What makes this week's crowd size even more shocking is that he's now running against two locals for the GOP ticket. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley and current Senator Tim Scott both recently held events of their own in South Carolina, couldn't come close to drawing what Trump drew. Even though that's not enough to make the state waver in its support as Trump makes his third bid for the presidency, he's already secured endorsements from the state's governor, 3 congressmen, and its senior senator. Despite his legal woes, Trump is heading the Republican race somewhat effortlessly, and the money doesn't lie. CNN reports that the former president has nearly doubled his $18.8 million from the beginning of 2023. His campaign earned $35 million in donations in the most recent quarter. Voters appeared eager for Ron DeSantis to join the race. He hauled in $20 million in fundraising in his first 6 weeks of campaigning. And yet the latest NBC polling shows Trump at 51% among Republican voters, DeSantis at 22%. Trump actually gained support following his second indictment. In April, he was polling at 46%. He's now up 5 points. And it's not a matter of too much competition, as some have proposed, as in, what if the field narrows? Well, even in a narrow 2-candidate field, NBC says Trump beats DeSantis 60-36. But what does the wagering tell us? Joining me now to talk more about it is PredictIt co-founder and CEO John Aristotle Phillips. Hey, John, welcome back. Your betting market for the GOP nomination, it seems to resemble the current polling, but it's got Trump running even stronger against DeSantis. Tell me what you see in the GOP nomination fight.
So in the Republican nomination fight, it's interesting. You've got Trump, as you point out, with a commanding lead. DeSantis has done, he had a rough launch to his campaign, and he's at 22% odds at this point. So he's really gone down a bit in the betting odds. It's interesting to see the second tier of Republican candidates, Scott, Ramaswamy, and Christie, who are all at 6% odds, and they're looking to overtake DeSantis. They've got a ways to go, and then the other candidates on the Republican side really haven't registered much at all.
On the Democratic side of the aisle for that nomination, when I checked this morning at PredictIt, it was Biden at 68 cents, or 68%, as I like to think of it. Interestingly, Gavin Newsom at 18 cents, RFK Jr. at 13, Kamala Harris, the vice president, in a 4th position. What do you see in that wagering?
Well, I mean, Biden was slowly drifting downwards. That's been arrested. He seems to be settled out at about 70% odds or 68% odds this morning. Newsom's interesting because Newsom's, not even a declared candidate, but he's running around the country giving speeches on Biden's behalf, and says he's not a presidential candidate, but of course he is a presidential candidate. You've got Kennedy, who I think has got some room to grow. He's at 13% odds, and it's interesting to see where his support's coming from. But it's Kennedy could be the wild card here on issues such as vax and other issues where the other two above him aren't cutting the mustard. So, the Democratic and the Republican races are wide open still, but there's a clear front runner on the Republican and the Democratic side. But their loss is the gain of those below them.
Okay, and finally then, 2 quick slides. When you look at the election winner by personality, Biden 43, Trump 31, DeSantis and Newsom both at 14. There it is. I'm putting it up on the screen. But when you ask it generically, which party, then it's the Democratic Party 57%, Republican 45%. Why, when you ask it generally, are there greater odds for the Democrats than when you ask it by personality? I hope you understand my question. What's the answer?
I do understand the question. The answer is somewhat complicated, but people, when they're putting their bets down, they're not necessarily just saying who's going to win. They're saying who they think has room to grow. So, for instance, DeSantis or Trump at 31. If they think his odds are going to go up, they might like Trump at 31 for the general election and hate him at 41. So you can get in and out of these markets if you think they're overpriced or underpriced. So it doesn't necessarily correlate.
Is this just, pardon me, but for shits and giggles, or is there really some predictive value to it? Quick answer.
It's predictive. The stats show these betting markets are far more predictive than polling.
John Aristotle Phillips. Thank you, John. I appreciate it.